Up next on the program is Newspaper Review.
Okay, and the newspaper review is set with Chukwudi Okolubaja, who is right here in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning,
Chukwudi.
Victor. How are you today?
Well, I'm fine. I could be better.
You look like a zealous prince.
Not
Hello,
Nyere.
Good morning, Chukwudi. Good
I
to
see
you.
there's harmony in colors on this side of the room.
I don't know.
See you.
There's a thing with Victor these days. I don't know. We just come out in the same colors and.
She has someone spying on me, and I'll take it very seriously.
Yeah.
I'll take that very seriously.
Maybe we should invite the DSS in this month.
There you go. It's time for newspaper review, please.
All right. Let's look at the lead stories on the papers this morning. We'll begin with the blueprints, and it leads with protests. Kano markets reopen, prices of food items jump. Kano markets reopen, prices of food items jump. The question is, will the prices ever squat? All right, the writers, business suffering, beggars, commercial sex workers cry out. Nama also returns to Kaduna, curfew relaxed, CSOs divided in Oshun. Bauchi to rebuild structures, Inuwa reviews Gombe post-riot security. Details on pages 9 and 10 of the blueprint. Away from that, we have Nasima to CBN. Unpaid $2.4 billion forex could cripple Nigerian companies. Apex Bank auctions $876 million to sustain liquidity. All of that on page 22. And of course, in the news this morning is the raid. And here we have workers desert NLC office after raid. DSS denies responsibility. So the question is, who is responsible? Above that, we have Diri sympathizes with victims as 20 die in boat explosion. And Team Nigeria borrows bicycle from German team. That's the update from the ongoing Olympics. Very interesting stories coming in, and quite unfortunate. We're hoping that Ese Brume will bring us a medal yesterday, but that didn't happen.
But she only did us the go and left.
I don't know about that. Anyways, let's see one more story. On the front page of the blueprint, FD task Julius Berger on timely project delivery. So that's... all right, this is interesting one. Edo IDP first class graduate bags US varsity PhD scholarship. Very interesting. Congratulations to the individual there. Now let's look at the Daily Sun quickly. The Daily Sun, the lead story: NLC spits fire over raid of headquarters. Riders threatens industrial action. DSS denies allegation. All right, so much drama. You want to see what's happening. Page 6 has that. Beside the masthead, IPAC Ganduje Okutepa task judiciary on credibility. Insists judiciary must distance themselves from politics and politicians. All right, so let's see. We have a picture story here of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Chairman and CEO of Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing. I'm sure something is up. All right, we have abducted pastors regain freedom in Rivers. NAF destroys a BAM factory in Borno. 2 injured. Vehicles burnt as gas explodes in Lagos fuel station. That's on page 5. And we have inflation. Kano government mulls establishment of price control agency. And finally this morning, from the front page of the Daily Sun, we have Governor orders probe as 20 die in Bayelsa boat mishap. Victor.
All right, I have the Guardian here, and it leads with a major story. Billions, white elephant projects, billions in the drains as Southeast struggles with abandoned mega projects. And that has a picture story of the Southeast, money in the bag. Well, and someone says, I need to have my legacy project. Forget the past, new projects are the most profitable. Okay, for details of that story, find it on pages 4 and 5. NLC decides response today as DSS denies invasion of headquarters. Find details on page 6. FG halts sale of 40,000 naira subsidized rice to civil servants. Page 29. Afenifere kicks against Igbo must go threat, divisive rhetoric. That's on page 28. And manufacturers decry 1.5 trillion naira forex transaction losses in 6 months. That's what is on page 18. Supreme Court order on direct funding of local governments enforceable across Nigeria. That's according to Ozekome. And finally, before we rest it, Nigeria's $20 billion budget can't fast-track development far below global peers, says Bagudu. That story is on page 6. And marketers hopeful of Port Harcourt refinery's August timeline. Page 3. Port Harcourt refinery refused to go away. Chukode.
We need to quickly point out that the borrowed bicycle, so to speak, was actually an act of sportsmanship from the German team. The Nigerian cyclist, was asked to come on a very short notice. So the Germans stepped in. So it's not as if a green, white, green has disappointed a citizen. No, I don't think that's what it is. So that we don't go nation bashing all the time. We have to ensure that we keep our own flag flying when we should. Kano market reopens, prices of food items jump, and you ask, do they want to catch back on what they missed? Kingsley Osadolor left us, but he left a few things with us too. Vampire market men and women. They are perhaps the next people we carry out a protest against. I don't think this is how it should be. Why should prices jump? Did we suddenly find out that there's no petrol over there to convey the foodstuff, and that necessitated paying higher transport prices fares, or what? We have to stop this whimsical attitude toward the buyer. It is a childlockish, if I may use that term, attitude. It's not right. This one baffles me. DSS says they have no hand in the raid of the NLC office we have been reading about since yesterday, toward the evening yesterday. So the question you ask is, who done it? Sometimes this cash me if you can. It wasn't you. Victor, please, we're here for serious business. Keep your pop mentality to yourself. It wasn't you. So who did it? Who has done it? There are things I don't understand here. And anyway, I don't even blame whoever came to raid the NLC office. Because in the days of Imodu, he will wait there and wait for whoever has come to do what he has done so he can identify them. Even Pascal Bafia, up to his time, why did they stick their tails between their legs and run? Should have stood there. Let them take you in if they have to.
No, they weren't there. This was in the night.
No, the post I read said they all run for safety. Yeah,
because they said it was 8:30. 8:30 p.m. That's close of work.
Well, maybe they were talking about
the security.
Maybe they were talking about the security people around there. But I do know that I read.
Asked for keys. He didn't have keys. Yes. They had to break into the library. That's the one I read.
And other publications.
And took books. But the good thing is that, they say if you want to hide something from an African, hide it in the books. But these ones took away books, and so they will be reading.
There's already a very sad story about reading culture in Nigeria. So if anyone is aggravating it, it's unfortunate. But the point I'm making is that getting to some NLC officials, according to the paper I read, is a difficult thing. The impression they give is that some of them have gone into hiding.
Because they said everybody should cease coming to work for now until they are sure
It's okay.
that there's nothing planted at the headquarters there,
Victor,
which is just close by.
I want to think you have more information than me. I don't argue when I'm not on terra firma. Terra firma, that's firm ground, okay? Good. Whatever happens, we want to have people come out openly to say this is what happened. I read seditious material somewhere. The NLC expressly said they were not going to be part of the protests. So, seditious material linking them to the protests? Are you saying they were fanning the embers of a discord on the streets from the shadows or what? What are you talking about? Please, let us get to know what's happening.
If the NLC wanted to protest, the NLC
they had
would
a good
do that.
opportunity
They had
to
do that. They have the capacity to do so. They
exactly.
Have, they have the privilege to do so.
But it would have been unnatural, so to speak, coming on the heels of the agreement with the presidency over the minimum wage, which has even become law already. So it was natural for them to say, hey, we can't be seen as the bad boy all the time, So I don't understand. This hide and seek thing about security matters. They are not necessary. It's not how it's done in some climes.
Tell us. The NLC has come to say that it's never happened, even in the military era. But it's okay.
It's okay.
This major story on the front page of the Guardian, talks about abandoned mega projects, and it's just a sign that why not do projects that you can start and complete instead of taking on projects that you will not complete, and then the others may find it a handful and then it becomes abandoned. And across the states in the southeast.
If that offers you, a comfort zone for argumentation, I will let you do that. Otherwise, I will ask you, why would we not have continuity, from one administration to another? You see, there is something that happens to people who rule out sometimes. They come into office, they want to award fresh projects for reasons best known to them. I hear that it's time for us to go. We must ensure that there is continuity in governance. If it is the people's project, it has to become the project of whoever is succeeding, whoever is going out.
Some are misplaced, and that could be why.
It depends on whose judgment.
I think we should wrap up this newspaper review with this quote that says that what politicians lack is not shortage of towering promises. What they appear to have in abundance is a continental capacity to default on their promises.
All right, thank you very much, Lele. And thank you, Chukwudi.
Hold them accountable. That's my solution.
Our conversation begins after this break. Please stay with us.